but I'm feeling pass this free. Yeah, she tryna get in my mind, I like the door and pass the key. Yeah, I told that one time the shit ain't fine enough like me. Yeah, I'm too bad. I rock like too much black, I might need me an exorcist. That me shine forever. Anytime I'm ready, I might try to put no extra.
God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
Treat to have all Canada perform before an NBA game. Thanks to Skylar Cole for that rendition. We'll be right back. Great to have you with us. We are set to get you over the hump this Wednesday night with another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. With only one game left, let's take a look at what the final standings could look like out east. You take a look at the Raptors. This season has been an absolute dream for them. They're currently at #1 as the postseason approaches. And of course, Charlotte not posing much of a threat right now.
Well, right now for Toronto, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Cody Martin, and it's Richards in at the 5. And for the Raptors, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Dick is out there with Mitchell, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. After this final game of the regular season, for some, a chance at postseason glory. For others, maybe like you, Grant, working on their golf game.
Exactly, and I know you're always working on your swing too, B.A. But personally, I can't wait for the postseason. Nothing like the excitement of playoff basketball.
Brown locked in and concentrating well there, getting that 3 to fall.
All no good. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them. They were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're about a minute into the first. Bridges against Brown. Bridges passes to Martin. 5 on the clock. Here's Ball. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
The recent years have been a bit of a struggle for the Hornets, Clark.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, they've dealt with injuries that have really been problematic and roster changes as well. I mean, very much a team in transition, trying to figure out who they are and what they can be. And it's hard to get things clicking when you're having changes in your roster compounded by injuries as well.
Now here's Ball. He's putting up some terrific numbers, over 28 a game. Here's Miller. No good again that time.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And again for 3.
Well, we expect him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th on the list for most triples in a year. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Olenek's checked in for Brown. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Williams is checked in for Bridges. Richards, the pass to Miller. The three from Ball. Charlotte, no good that time either.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you've got to match his. He gives the team, I think, a nice edge in being able to perform on a consistent basis. Matching threes, Ball got those points back in a hurry.
Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 15-3 run. Mitchell finds Pirtle. The three. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
The three from Ball. And Charlotte, another three.
Ball will not let his opponent just own the arc. He can knock it down from there, too. So competitive.
Here's Dick. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Now here's Richards. He's scoreless. Pass to Martin. Ball outside. From outside the arc. That doesn't go either for Ball. Raptors lead by 13. From deep, Mitchell. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Now here's Barnes. An aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Mitchell against Ball. Will it go? That doesn't go either for Ball.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
Back to Olynyk. Outside Dick. There's the three. And the Raptors, another three.
An excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. New lineup here for Charlotte. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. They need this. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Shed. Boucher outside. Here's Abaji. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Mann. Again the miss by the Hornets. Davion Mitchell, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Toronto. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Chris Boucher out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Bruce Brown, and it's Shed in at the one. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Now, he's not just trying to score, he's trying to embarrass someone.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
And here's Brown for 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Clark, you look at the scoring ability of Miles Bridges. Most nights, he feels like he has an advantage.
And I would agree with that when you think about defenders trying to slow down Miles Bridges. Most guys are either too slow or not strong enough to deal with him. As a result, he's able to make it tough for just about anybody who guards him.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. And the Raptors, another 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Green, blocked, and he's able to get it back. Williams with the screen, 3-pointer, Bridges, and it's Boucher with the rebound.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Pass to Olynyk. Here's Shed. Here's the 3. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Green. Yet to see a basket. Williams with it. Now here's Mann. They can't stop the run with that one. Here's Abaji. He's guarded by Bridges. And the shot goes in. Agbaji's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
For 3, Bridges. Pure from 3-point range.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, which should help them cut into that deficit.
Here's Abaji. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Agbaji's got 10 points in the game.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
The Raptors have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Olynyk for 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Mann. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And with all the attention he drew offensively, he did a great job of just kicking to the open man.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Williams from long range. Charlotte, no good that time either. The Raptors have gone 8 for 9 here in the second. Let's go with a 3. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
36 seconds left in the first half. Mann, the pass to Bridges. Can they get it? Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Williams. Jacks up a 3. Hauled in by Brown.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And that one's good. Olynyk.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Three-pointer, Bridges. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Toronto out in front, running away with this one. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Fans, direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're taking another shot.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Taking a look at the Raptors, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Hornets.
This is the worst kind of basketball. No flow to the offense, just jacking up shots.
So what's with this game plan? I mean, what are they trying to accomplish out there?
If it's getting an earful from the coach, I'd say mission accomplished. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. It has been quite a game for Bruce Brown.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the floor for Charlotte, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Nick Richards, and it's Martin in at the 3.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
The 3 from Ball. Rebound Toronto.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Outside Barnes. Puts up a deep 3. Pass to Dick. On the wing, Grady Dick. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. Ball's got 11.
Well, I love the feel Ball has when he should pull up or pass or whatever decision he has to make. His pace is outstanding.
And here's Brown for 3. Good! Another from 3.
And night in and night out, you can count on him to really stretch the defense.
Would you believe he's now tied for 5th most triples in a single season?
Yeah, LaMelo relishes every chance he gets to drop a dime like that.
The Raptors have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. On the wing, Grady Dick takes the 3. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Now Ball. He's got 11. Pass to Miller. A shot from the high post. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Miller's got his first 2 points of the night.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, B.A. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet.
Here's Ball. He's putting up some terrific numbers, over 28 a game. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. And here's Brown for 3. Connects again from distance.
And now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter. Bridges outside. Pass to Miller. Inside. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
Boy, making it look very easy. Ball has been unguardable tonight.
Baseline jumper. And Brown, the bucket on the assist from Barnes. Barnes has got his 6th assist of the night. Here's Ball. He's got 13. Miller outside. Takes a 3. And Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 16 points now.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
There's Ball with a 3. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell finds Barnes. Now Pirtle, covered by Richards. And here's Brown for 3. And the Raptors, another 3.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Ball passes to Richards. Pirtle comes with a double. Miller outside, pass to Martin. Charlotte, no good that time either. And it's the Raptors with the ball. Back to Pirtle. Barnes passes to Pirtle, and here's Barnes. Here's Brown, hounded by Ball. From deep. They grab their own miss. Kick out to Brown. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Ball with it. Here's Miller. And miss after miss right now. And so it's Toronto, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Walter, and it's Abaji in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And so the ball's out of bounds. Olynyk touched it last. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And the Hornets making a change here. Micic is checked in. Here's Williams. Outside man. On the wing. Green. 6 to shoot. Williams passes to man. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Boucher's got 6 rebounds in the game. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
Hey, that's just their first turnover. Overall, they've done a great job taking care of the ball.
And that's one more key to their lead, guys. I mean, they're creating opportunities for each other and not the other team.
Now here's man. Pass to Green. And we hear about the unwritten rules of sports sometimes, Clark. What are some of those in the NBA?
Well, you try not to ever foul an airborne player. I think most players are really sensitive to that. Don't disrespect the other team. Be professional and sportsmanlike when you've got a margin of victory that doesn't need to be added on to. In other words, don't run up the score. Don't try to get numbers for the sake of numbers. Play the game, play to win, and do it with respect at all times.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Count it. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Outside, Green. And the layup is good off the glass.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Now here's Boucher. This one for 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Boucher's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Green. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Abaji. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Here's Jeffries. Off target with the 3. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Boucher outside. The 3 is up. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now here's man. Driving in. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Raptors.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And we just saw one of the greatest teams of all time win again. They've reached that magical 72-win marker, and they keep going.
And this win will give them a decisive lead in the season series. They won the first two with only one more to go, and they've got the right formula against the Hornets.
Here's Shed. Pass to Temple. From the arc. And the Raptors, another three.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Ball outside, looking to win the run, and he sinks the layup.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
To the wing, right side. From behind the arc, and the basket by Abaji.
And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Now here's Martin. Now here's Bridges. To the wing on the left. Ball outside. Tries it from 19. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Abaji. Here's Momo. And the Raptors, another three.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So, no problem for Toronto as they get the win. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Bruce Brown.